I spent the past 7 days watching and studying how aimers aim to figure out the logic behind their monstrous results.
Oh, it's gorgeous! Demon 1!
Each day I uncovered more and more of the most valuable things in aiming, things I wouldn't have known if I hadn't researched hours beforehand, and not the generically broad stuff, but the precisely niche thing that I uncovered not just from the aim community itself, but the best it has to offer. Like, what the hell is tension management? But in this video, we'll uncover that and more, and it all starts with the biggest myth in aiming. Something that I'm dead serious will blow your mind. Like, wait, stop the music? This genuinely will. And the biggest myth when it comes to aiming is that muscle memory is overrated. I'm sure I can speak for everyone when I say that I totally thought muscle memory was everything when it came to aiming. In the 2,000 hours I've played, I've only changed my sense like 4 times. If the ability of remembering motions isn't the end-all skill, then what is?
Because muscle memory kind of makes you like lazy and stuff. You just autopilot. I feel like with like holding a mouse is a lot of like hand-eye coordination. Like what you see is like how you move.
So not only is changing your sense not bad, but it can actually be used as a vehicle to improve even more. But that also begs the question, how often do I change my sense? Am I supposed to randomize it each and every time? I was stumped for a bit, all the way until I found an interview with a #1 Voltic aimer, and he had this to say.
If someone is really persistent on staying like with one sensitivity, I'm not going to force them to change. I would encourage them to gradually start increasing their range, the upper limit and the lower limit of their sensitivity.
Range? I actually like the sound of that. Come to think of it, Tens used to talk about different senses when he's on attack and defense. Increasing my range, specializing my sensitivity to optimize for scenarios I'd see in-game. The stage has been set and the foundation is being made. Having 2 different modes in game could open up a world of possibilities, but I'm gonna do things a little differently. On game 1, day 1, or on day 1, game 1. Most people will go high sense on attack and low sense on defense, but I'm actually doing the opposite.
Are they commanding?
I've put countless time honing my crosshair coordination and mouse control, also I can get as many kills as possible, but I realized the best way to use my abilities isn't to get 5 kills, but 1 important kill that echoes through the entire map. But the catch is, I find pockets of time where the enemy's completely vulnerable. The time window where I can make a play is small, but manageable.
Are they commanding?
I'm like a bandit, plucking their strongest card before they even have the chance to react. But why am I telling you? The reason I'm inverting it is because the attackers are the ones that set the match's flow. So in scenarios like that, I want to reliably get kills, but on defense, you're the one countering that flow. So in the scenario where your life is even more valuable, but you still have to take risks, having a higher sense doesn't just help flicking to the nearest target, but gives the opportunity of choice. It was a working theory that proved itself on defense, but what about attack? Well, let me tell you something. I hated it. Every scenario was according to plan, small, minor, simple stuff, but I just could not get it down for the life of me. My God. This is how we lost the game. I wanted to turn away from my weakness, blame it all on how I probably hit those shots on my usual sensitivity. But I had to keep staring at the goal ahead of me. So after tailoring my aim training or more arm movements, I went to sleep, dreaming about what the fuck tension management was. I woke up, used the restroom, then got out of bed. After doing that, I looked at today's aimbot checklist, and I came across something low-key game-changing. Wait, cut the music, because I'm dead serious yet again. Because this aiming technique unlocks crazy abilities, such as the speed of enemy movement slowing down, predicting where the enemy's going to move as if you were a psychic. And the act of moving your crosshair to the target will become pulling your target to the crosshair, as if you were Satoru Gojo. But what if I told you that all these cool abilities came from this? Yep, a ceiling fan. Looking at it on its own, it may not be groundbreaking, a blurry blob that keeps you cool. But if you focus on one of the blades, the once blob turns into a beautifully intricate machine. There are various ways to train your eyes online, with the most popular one being this video eye trainer. But the videos I watch say that the most important thing is focus. This all sounds pretty badass, but how do you truly experience focus? You hear that? Complete silence. In Valorant, there's tons of visual and audible stimuli, which makes it hard to truly focus solely on the enemy, which is why I hopped into a deathmatch and turned the audio levels to an absolute 0. Yeah, I won't be able to do this in a real match, but all I need to do is get familiar with the sensation. This is pretty sick. And there's one thing I haven't told you. Yeah, I'm reacting quicker, but there's this nifty trick I really want to try, and it's called the informed flick. It's when you focus all your attention not at the crosshair nor at the enemy, but the middle point between the spaces of the two, where the enemy and the crosshair are evenly within range, and shoot. Yeah, well, I tried. But hey, maybe it'll happen in the future. But how does this all translate to an actual 40-minute match? Well, nothing really insane happens, and it's only been a day since I started doing this. The only way to find out if it's worth doing is if I did it every day starting now to the 7th day. But I will say, my reaction to mouse control is definitely a lot better, especially when you compare it to yesterday. Heck, I didn't even notice that I was using the wrong sense. But throughout this constant good, there's been a reeking stank in my gameplay. A shadow looming over my performance. And that is my in-game gunplay. So I went to go deal with it tomorrow. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, and I feel like that's the case for most things. Focusing on a weakness for once made me nostalgic for a younger me, a version of me that didn't care for rank or feared getting left behind, but someone that loved the game unconditionally. Every time I make a play nowadays, I don't get excited, I'm just relieved that I'm not wasting my time. And it's moments like that when I ask myself, when did I get so jaded? Why am I going through all the effort, exploring aim theory, honing my mouse control, training my eyes, practicing with every gun in the game, and increasing my understanding with how to handle recoil? And that is because I want to make a play, but not just any play, a play that exceeds even my own imagination, to re-experience that childlike wonder when I first started playing first-person shooters. And it all starts with this deathmatch, and I will admit, I was onto something.
This a first class flight, don't fight with it.
Holy cow.
But for every 5 flicks, I was brought down to reality with the ugliness, the ewees, holy moly. This is nasty. So I got back in the range to train some more, and after experimenting, I realized for low sense I need to drag it down for the burst, and for high sense I only needed to tap. So that became my guidelines for this match.
Wait, behind them!
Spike down A.
This might be the thing we needed.
Last player
Nope, turns out we completely missed the mark on this one. Crouched too much, too close to the wall, click timing was pretty bad. The way I played that angle was pretty bad. Wow. Aren't I better than this? I had nothing but questions. I was genuinely confused on how bad I was playing. Well, it turns out the ongoing battle between you and your mind never ends, no matter the highs that you had in the past. It's time to embark on the journey of self-mastery. With the stakes higher than ever before, I decided to change my approach. Instead of doing one aim mechanic each day, I'll be putting every new mechanic to practice all at once. I'm sparing no expense on my goal, and if it means finding the logic between the all-powerful pro player's aim, I'm all for it. And it all starts with tension management, yeah! Tension management is how hard you hold your mouse and tense your muscles when you aim. And this might appear basic at first, and you may have already tried it subconsciously on your own, but after deliberately focusing on it, the results have been astonishing. Each duel requires a different level of tension. More tense fights reward speed and less tense rewards accuracy. Once you get that concept down, it will give you the option to freely finesse between tensing and smoothing your motions. But be warned, once you are aware of tension management, you become responsible for managing your stress. You need to be ready to relax at a moment's notice. 5 days ago, I thought muscle memory was the backbone of aiming. But turns out it was this. And speaking of Link, all of these things are useless without a proper mentality. A mentality where you can't just focus on winning, but improving. You see, the past couple of days, I've been playing horribly. It took me 20 games to go positive, which birthed the question, how does one stay consistent in this game? I was doing good a week ago, what the heck happened to me? Well, after watching old games and comparing them to now, I've come to realize a few things. And I realized I've been having these horrible games because I felt like I had something to prove. I was looking for affirmations to reassure my time was well spent. In order to achieve aimbot, I can't be hung up about the past. I have to focus on the now, which leads to the final thing I need to have godlike aim. And that secret weapon is called visualization. Success isn't capturing a goal, it's capturing a character. I need to envision the best version of me. See where I am now and find the middle point where those intersect. Once that happens, I'll achieve flow. And maybe, just maybe, I'll unlock aimbot. And I'll use that childlike wonder to become the man that can make the impossible possible. I knew my goal was a hefty one. For the plays I wanted to visualize were plays where you have to get 4 to 5 precise kills in one brief moment. But I'm not unprepared, for I have 3 people that'll help me achieve this goal. Charlatan. He's an aggressive Omen main, makes a living coaching people, and has a Kovacs routine. A Kovacs routine that I will be doing. Woohoojin. Smart, likes long walks on the beach, and has an aim labs routine that I also will be doing. But the man of the hour is Cord. Cord is special for a few reasons. He's down to live coach me, Immortal 3, and likes memes.
Now you gotta watch this video real quick.
But the memes will have to wait, because this goal is low-key stressful. Kill 4 to 5 players in a quick moment? Yeah, that's cool, but I never had a kill feed stack up like that in my 3 years of playing. But I'm sure with the power of Charlatan, Woohoojin, and Cord, we can make the impossible possible. And you can only lose so many times till something just snaps. I was in no nonsense mode. Nothing was getting past me, and no hooligan was going to make a play that they weren't supposed to.
One enemy remaining.
Feel better, D Doshi?
The job isn't done yet.
Job isn't done yet.
Yeah, I was in a pretty bad mood, but I couldn't allow myself to lose towards these trash cans any longer. And I wasn't. This was the first game where I was actually dunking on my competition. Cause yeah, in the past I did see results, but I still lost pretty badly. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the first game I got 20 plus kills during this video's production. But that wasn't the end of it. It was janky at best. But I did make a play, where the feet stacked up like the montages I watched. Yeah, I died like an idiot, but even though I was nowhere on the level I wanted to be, success always has its hints, and this hint was right in front of me. If I took the time to look, like really look, I would have noticed that none of their guns were out, which means I had so much more time than I thought, and I probably could have killed them in a much more cleaner way. I'm finally finding the logic behind miracle plays. I don't know how much longer it's going to take, but I am on the right track. I think. Hey guys, sometime after that clip, I've been put in a weird position. I've gotten a lot of close calls, but I was never able to close it out. And while I was in this position, I realized that I think I'm asking for too much out of 1 week's worth of effort. Success takes time, and there's no need to rush the results. Because even though I didn't hit that clip, I went on a pretty heavy winning streak though, and I managed to get back to Ascendant. And I probably could have won more if I wasn't sleep deprived. Needless to say, this was one hell of a journey. My understanding was flipped on its head, trained my eyes, had unimaginable lows, and I actually managed to come out on top. And I actually hate that I have to end the video here. If it were up to me, I would keep playing till I hit the clip, but it's been almost 2 months since my last upload, and I want to be more present for you guys. You guys are lovely, and I don't want you guys to feel like I'm taking you guys for granted. So I do have a couple ideas. For more details, I made a second channel called Dashi Unscripted for a calmer, intimate, low production type of video that shows you the person I am when I'm not playing Valorant. But yeah, give me video ideas or formats you'd like to see me do, so I'm not fishing for barrels trying to find out what my next project's going to be. And for reminders, who forgot, 30-day free trial at Gosu Academy. But yeah, it's been real, and I'll see you guys sooner than later. Godspeed.